Hello, my name is Chris. I just wanted to say hi to the world. I'm 27 years old. I was born in a very small town in the northern part of Poland. It's called Elbląg. It's right next to Gdańsk, the Tri-City, right next to the sea. So I have this really good connection with water. I love it. And in 2003 I moved to Warsaw for the university, because I guess I just felt like living by myself. I just don't feel like I just couldn't really get along with my parents anymore, because I was the free spirit and all. I did a lot of traveling. Well, it's always relative. Like, I don't like to say I did a lot of traveling, but because then you meet somebody who's been traveling for like 10 years in a row, like just like 3 times around the planet. So I'm not that hardcore, but I love traveling, and traveling always brings something very special to my heart. I think traveling gives you experiences that you could not have if you sat on your ass back home. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, dealing with different cultures, with different people, with people who are brought up differently than you, it is always a challenge. It teaches you a lot of respect to other people. It teaches you patience, and it teaches you the ability to be flexible. Not to have expectations of people. Like on this island in Bali, this culture is so much different than my Western Polish culture that sometimes I really get to the edge of my tolerance. Like, there's been things which I don't quite understand, which are not common to me, and sometimes they make me feel a little bit frustrated. But then it just clicks in my mind that this is not the place where you're living, and you should not look at it as somebody who's from Poland, because it's totally different. Yeah, well, there's a question in there. What is the aim of your travel? I think that's what I want to say about it. That's the experiences I want to gather, in order to expand my consciousness somehow, to be able to look at the world more globally. Not only this is Poland, this is our borders. We don't like Germans, and Russians drink a lot of vodka and all that, and Swedish, they whatever. And yeah, so traveling is a way of me to grow. Is a way of me to be able to develop as a person. Speaking of my character, speaking of my tolerance, respect to other people and cultures, and it's a great way. I think one of the few ways actually to get to know yourself. Like, when you travel, you always, most of the time, you get into you get into situations where to the limit of your comfort zone, let's say. And by comfort zone, I mean your bubble in which you lived all your life, and when you get to the limit, to the edge of this comfort zone, suddenly you realize you're not as strong as you thought you were. There's a lot of things that can make you very frustrated, angry, or can make you feel sad, or even get you in a low mood. And that's a great way to learn, because we can use this experience and turn it into something positive. That's the way I look at it. Everything that we consider a problem is the problem most of the time just because we look at it as a problem. And so traveling is an awesome way to get to know your limits, your personal limits. Speaking of emotions, speaking to overcoming the obstacles. Like, imagine a situation where you just lost your wallet. I have been to Alaska. Alaska is a very expensive state because they have to import everything from inland U.S. And I lost my wallet and all my credit cards and all my money. Suddenly everything's gone. Like everything. Everything, speaking of the means for myself to be able to provide for myself, buying food and all that. And suddenly I found myself in a situation where I was completely moneyless, completely without a way to retrieve, like what can you do? You're in the middle of nowhere, there's no phones, no internet, and you're hungry, right? So, not very proud of it, but I actually had to steal food at one point of my travels. It was from a supermarket, so I think they're not going to get very poor. It's just, you know, I think corporations, they always make profits. So, but anyways, I got to the point where I actually had to steal food to be able to survive. So that was a very interesting experience for me, because I found like this would never happen if I didn't travel. I can say what I think about the Western culture in general, about the Western society, which is, especially when you travel to the East and you see all those people just bathing in the sun and just not really caring about, you know, being the richest person on the planet. It's, to me, it works like a wake-up call. Western society, and including Poland, we're catching up with the West, and the way we do it is just, you know, just totally devoting our lives to work, making money, careers, and this is just something that disconnects ourselves from this deep place within us. What I'm saying is we have the picture of how we want to be in life, and it's always somewhere there in the future. I mean, as soon as I'm gonna make $500,000, as soon as I'm gonna have 3 cars, as soon as I'm gonna have 2 houses, as soon as you can put whatever you want there, but the truth is, Western society is always hungry. You know what? People turn 80 years old and they sit back and they think, shit, I've been searching for something all my life and I haven't found it. I'm 80. My life's about to end. I had 3 heart attacks, right? And you know, people get very sad. It's a very sad realization, because people don't want to admit what they've been doing all their lives was wrong. And I mean, I can totally understand that somebody might feel okay in this. I just, like, deep inside of me, my intuition just tells me this is not the reason we're here on this planet. We're not here to make thousands of millions of dollars. We're not here to make huge careers and get monuments. I think we're here to expand as people, to expand our consciousness, to be good to other people, and to grow. But grow. Speaking of our hearts and not our wallets. That's the way I look at it, and it resonates with me strongly deep inside of me. And you know, people focus, in my country, they focus too much on how to impress people and not enough on how to make themselves happy in life, doing what they love, you know. There's a lot of social pressure. I'm not saying it's easy to give it all up. Honestly, I think I'll be back and I might just start doing the same thing. But you know what? I think I was lucky enough to see the other side, which a lot of people could never see, and you know, I just hope that the people are gonna wake up in a way that they will understand that you're not on this planet to work. You're just working to provide for yourself. I just hope somebody will, if just one person sits back and reflect on it, I'll be the happiest person in the world. Seriously, if just one person just sits back and thinks to himself or herself, if what I'm doing right now, if what I am doing with my life right now brings me happiness, that would be my, wow, that would be my dream, actually, yeah. I'm using couchsurfing. I am. I've been doing it for 7 years now. And you know what? It's funny to say, but I just had my bad experience in couchsurfing just now, like yesterday. I mean, it's funny. I mean, because there's still a lot of emotions in me going on, and I think if this was shot in a week from now, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't look at it the same way, so forgive me my, it's a little, I'm boiling inside, okay, that's the truth.